For thousands of years, water has been the ultimate wall. If a city needed to grow, if an economy needed to expand, or if millions of people needed to move from one place to another, you built around the water. Or you built over it. But right now, in China, engineers are building a super infrastructure project that goes straight through the bottom of the ocean in a way that is leaving the rest of the world completely stunned. They are constructing an undersea tunnel so massive, so technologically complex, and built at such a blistering speed that it is rewriting the rules of marine engineering. And the craziest part? They are not just digging a hole in the dirt. They are building the tunnel on land, floating it out to sea, and dropping it into the dark water with millimeter precision. This is not a concept sitting behind glass at a tech show. This is happening right now. And the specialized machines they had to invent just to make this possible look like something pulled straight out of a science fiction movie. If you have ever sat in hours of gridlock on a bridge, or wondered why it takes decades to build basic infrastructure in most countries, what you are about to hear changes everything. We are going to walk through exactly how this happened, why the old way of building tunnels has officially hit a wall, and what this new undersea leviathan actually means for the future of global transport. If you find videos like this useful, hit that like button right now. It takes half a second and it genuinely helps this channel more than most people realize. And subscribe so you do not miss what is coming next, because this is just the beginning of the story. Let us get into it. The old problem with digging underwater. To understand why this new tunnel technology is such a massive deal, you have to understand why building underwater has always been an absolute nightmare. Because this story does not start with a new type of concrete. It starts with the sheer, terrifying force of the ocean. When traditional engineers want to build a tunnel under a body of water, they usually use a tunnel boring machine or a TBM. These are those massive, rotating steel worms that chew through solid rock deep underground. For decades, the TBM has been the gold standard. But water changes the math completely. When you are digging deep beneath the seabed, you are not just fighting the rock. You are fighting the water pressure above it. Every single meter you go deeper, the weight of the ocean pushes down harder, looking for any tiny fracture, any single weak point to exploit. And TBMs are incredibly slow. They inch forward day by day, grinding through the earth, while crews desperately reinforce the walls behind them. If they hit a patch of soft mud or an unexpected fault line, the entire project can flood, stall for years, or collapse completely. It is a slow, dangerous, and incredibly expensive way to build. But for a long time, it was the only way. That is the trap builders have been stuck in for decades. The safe way was agonizingly slow. The fast way was too dangerous. There was no third option. Until Chinese engineers looked at a 24-kilometer stretch of ocean and asked a question nobody else had seriously asked. What if we do not dig the tunnel at all? What if we manufacture it? The idea sounds impossible until you hear the logic, and then it sounds almost obvious. What if, instead of sending machines deep under the seabed to slowly carve out a dark, dangerous hole, you built the entire tunnel in perfect, safe conditions on land? What if you built it in pieces, floated those pieces out into the open ocean, sank them to the bottom, and snapped them together like giant, waterproof building blocks? This is called immersed tube tunnel construction. The concept itself is not brand new, but the scale, the speed, and the artificial intelligence driving China's new version of it have never been seen before in human history. Let us talk about the blocks. Because calling them blocks is a massive understatement. These are steel and concrete tubes, but they are not the size of a pipe. They are the size of an aircraft carrier. A single section of this new undersea tunnel is 165 meters long, 46 meters wide, and weighs up to 80,000 tons. 80,000 tons. That is heavier than the Eiffel Tower, the Titanic, and the Statue of Liberty combined. And that is just one single piece. The tunnel requires dozens of them, lined up perfectly across the ocean floor. Building something that big on land is hard enough. Building it so that it perfectly survives the crushing pressure of the ocean for the next 100 years is an engineering miracle. And it all comes down to a problem that plagues every massive infrastructure project. Heat. When you pour that much concrete all at once, a chemical reaction happens. The concrete gets hot as it cures. Really hot. If the outside cools faster than the inside, the concrete cracks. On a sidewalk, a tiny crack is an annoyance. At the bottom of the ocean, a tiny crack is a catastrophic failure that kills everyone inside. To solve this, engineers completely automated the pouring process. They built an entirely enclosed smart factory just for this project. Inside, the temperature and humidity are controlled perfectly. Automated machines pour the concrete in continuous, precise layers, while hundreds of embedded sensors monitor the internal temperature of the massive block in real time. If the system detects even a fraction of a degree of uneven heat, automated cooling pipes embedded inside the walls adjust the temperature of the water flowing through them to cool the concrete from the inside out. The result is an 80,000-ton block of concrete without a single microscopic structural flaw. A wild, unpredictable chemical process transformed into a uniform, dependable manufactured material. But having a perfect tunnel section sitting on land does not solve your problem. You still have to move an 80,000-ton piece of concrete out into the open ocean, lower it through the crushing currents, and dock it with the previous section in pitch-black water. This is where the story goes from impressive to unbelievable, because you cannot just drag something that heavy with a tugboat. The ocean currents would twist it, spin it, and smash it. To move these massive tubes, China did not just hire some ships. They designed and built a completely new class of vessel that the maritime world had never seen. Enter the Yihang Jin-1. It is the world's first and only integrated ship specifically designed for transporting and installing massive immersed tunnel tubes. It is essentially a floating, robotic dry dock. The ship wraps around the massive concrete tube, locks onto it, and uses a highly advanced dynamic positioning system to fight the ocean currents. The ship has thrusters on all sides, constantly talking to satellites and the city's AI grid, adjusting its position thousands of times a minute to hold completely perfectly still, even in rough seas. It carries this 80,000-ton block out to the exact GPS coordinates in the middle of the ocean. And then the drop begins. Now think about what is happening here. You are lowering a building through 40 meters of moving, turbulent water. You cannot see the bottom. The divers cannot see the bottom because the water is too murky. You are operating entirely blind. But the ship is not blind. The entire lowering process is controlled by an artificial intelligence system that monitors acoustic sensors, sonar, and water pressure readings in real time. The ship's winches lower the tube millimeter by millimeter. As the tube approaches the ocean floor, the margin for error is virtually zero. It has to dock with the previous tube perfectly. If it is off by even a few centimeters, the seal will fail and the ocean will flood in. To make this blind connection, engineers designed a massive, flexible rubber seal around the edge of the tube. As the new tube touches the old one, hydraulic jacks pull the two 80,000-ton structures together. And here is the brilliant part. They do not pump the water out of the tunnel right away. First, they let the ocean do the heavy lifting. Once the initial connection is made, pumps remove the water trapped strictly in the small space between the two seal doors of the connected tubes. As that small pocket of water is emptied, the crushing weight of the surrounding ocean violently pushes the new tube forward into the old one, compressing that massive rubber seal with thousands of tons of hydraulic pressure. The ocean itself creates the waterproof seal. The enemy becomes the tool. The precision is staggering. After lowering an 80,000-ton block through moving ocean currents in zero visibility, the final docking deviation is consistently measured at less than 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters. That is less than the thickness of a typical smartphone case. This level of speed and automation changes everything about how fast a country can connect its economies. In older designs, preparing the ocean floor, pouring the rocks, and slowly digging took decades. With this factory-built immersed tube method, Chinese engineers are dropping a new massive section of tunnel every few weeks. They have turned ocean engineering into a high-speed assembly line. But a fast tunnel with a fast installation is only useful if it actually holds up when the world around it goes wrong. And this brings us to the honest catch. The ocean floor is not a quiet place. It shifts, it settles, and most terrifyingly, it violently shakes. Earthquakes are the quiet killer of undersea infrastructure. If a rigid concrete tunnel runs for 24 kilometers under the ocean, a strong earthquake will snap it in half. The engineers knew this, which is why the tunnel is not actually a single rigid piece. It operates more like the spine in your body. Your spine is not one long solid bone. It is a series of strong segments connected by flexible discs that allow you to bend, twist, and absorb shock without breaking. The undersea tunnel uses a similar logic. The joints between these massive 80,000-ton blocks are designed to be slightly flexible. If an earthquake hits, the tunnel does not try to fight the movement of the earth. It flexes with it. The massive hydraulic seals are designed to stretch and compress, absorbing the seismic energy across the entire length of the structure, rather than letting it concentrate in one fatal weak point. The city's central AI brain constantly monitors stress sensors embedded into every single joint of the tunnel. If a section begins to settle into the seabed slightly faster than the rest, the system knows immediately. Maintenance teams are alerted before any structural damage occurs, not after. The tunnel is constantly performing a full medical checkup on itself every minute of every day. The scale of this infrastructure is worth pausing on for a moment, because it is what turns this from an impressive engineering trick into something with real global momentum. The tunnel is not just moving cars. It is moving the entire economic center of gravity. By connecting massive port cities directly across deep water bays, commute times that used to take 3 hours of driving completely around the coastline are being cut down to 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That is a fundamentally different reality for freight, logistics, and daily commuters. It merges separated megacities into a single, unified economic engine. Every infrastructure planner in the world right now is looking at what China has demonstrated and doing the math on how far they need to move to catch up. The target just moved, and it moved a long way. So, let us bring this back to something practical. What does all of this mean for the rest of the world? It means the conversation about massive public works just changed. Not gradually. Overnight. When you can build an 80,000-ton tunnel section perfectly on land, transport it with robotic ships, and snap it together under the ocean with millimeter precision, the old excuses for why infrastructure takes 30 years to build simply disappear. The three biggest reasons governments hesitate to build undersea links have always been risk, cost, and time. This new system addresses all three at once. Factory precision eliminates the risk. Artificial intelligence and robotics reduce the long-term cost. Assembly line installation eliminates the time argument. The last real behavioral barriers to building global superinfrastructure disappear when all three go away together. The technology that right now lives in China's most advanced marine projects has a clear path into global infrastructure. As the manufacturing process matures, this is how most major engineering technologies move. The equipment will eventually be licensed, the ships will be contracted, and the knowledge will spread. The ocean was always supposed to be a permanent barrier. The slow, messy, dangerous process of digging under it was always just a temporary limitation waiting for the engineering to catch up. What China revealed in the last few years is a strong sign that the engineering has finally caught up. That is the full picture. A massive expanse of water that used to separate economies has been conquered not by digging through the dirt, but by building a perfect concrete spine on land and dropping it into the dark. If this video gave you something to think about, please hit that like button before you go. It takes 1 second and it genuinely makes a difference for this channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you catch the next one early, because we cover exactly these kinds of shifts before they reach the mainstream headlines. And leave me a comment with your honest answer. If your city could build a massive undersea tunnel tomorrow to cut your commute by hours, but you had to drive through a robotic tube 40 meters underwater, would you trust it enough to use it every day? I read every comment and I want to know what you actually think. See you in the next one.